Welcome everybody, Miami. Okay, well, welcome everybody. I just want to let you know this is being recorded. So if for some reason you guys get cut off, don't worry. You'll be able to find it tomorrow in our network group. I want to welcome you to the Seniors Network. We talk about a lot of senior statistics and stuff that's going on in our communities. Specifically, I'm just trying to find some statistics here, specifically homeownership and the senior home ownership. And one of the things that I'm fascinated by are statistics. So before I hop into Canva, I'm going to kind of talk to you about everything and how we're kind of getting to this point. But the US Census says that by 2030, 1 in 5 Americans will be 65 or older. So just let that sink in. 1 in 5. So we heard from people all over Canada, Washington, DC. I know San Antonio, Amy talks about her market quite often. And we know that the home ownership is predominantly 65 or older. And we also know the wealth of that home ownership, no matter where it is in the world, is owned by 65 or older. But the nation's 115 million housing units, according once again to the US Census, only 10% of those housing units are able to accommodate the older population. Today, I'm going to kind of, Eve and I are going to kind of blow your mind on some statistics before we get into Canva. And when I show you these statistics, we'll show you how we do stuff in Canva, which is kind of nice. So Donald, should we share some screens?
You are ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen really fast. Okay. So I am actually going to play a video for you guys really fast that I made within, I don't know, a half hour, 45 minutes. And it's called According to Consumers. And according to consumers, there is only 10 types of senior housing. And I did this entire thing through Canva. I'm just trying to figure out why it's not playing. Here she is. So I'm just going to make this really big. And I'm going to get you guys out of the way. All right, here we go. According to consumers, there's music to this. For some reason, it's not playing. There's these 10 types. Look at this girl partying. Isn't she great? It kind of reminds you of Golden Girls style living. Okay, that I'm not quite fond of the way that font came out on it. But the bottom line is that there's really 17 types of senior housing that's out there. So there's a misconception on senior housing. And the point of the video was just to kind of show you that I was able to slap together this video in Canva, like very easily. And it took really like no time at all. And I'm not that great. So I'm going to give you a little background quickly with Eve and myself, and then we're going to get right into Canva. And everybody can do this on a split screen if they choose to at canva.com. So as Eve and I are talking and you need to go register at canva.com and you don't have an account at canva.com, it's free. F-R-E-E. Anything that you hear F-R-E, just go do. Canva is free. There's a lot of things to do. So I suggest you go on Canva, check it out. Eve and I are going to talk for just a few seconds and then we'll get right into it. Eve, you want to hop on?
Hi, everybody. My name is Eve Hill, and Heather and I are friends and business partners. We've been friends since our kids were little, and I have a writing background. I started writing for television. I wrote for a few sitcoms, and then I started doing digital media in education when my son was little, and then in nonprofits. And I do a lot of, email marketing and making these videos. And since Heather and I started customized aging, which you see down there, which is a business that we're starting where we want to help older adults and their families age in place safely, or find a home that can be safe for them to age in place and help them through that process. And so that's where we've been making a lot of educational videos using Canva and a couple other things to make these videos. And so now we want to help share some of that fun knowledge about making graphic design and videos with you. Okay, Heather, your turn.
Okay, so I'm Heather. I am originally from Los Angeles, and my background is teaching. I've been in real estate for many, many, many years, and even I actually taught in Los Angeles school district. Part of a class, one of our classes was making a yearbook, and we did everything of cut and paste and a lasso around people. So that's kind of how Eve and I got started. Skip to it. We learned Canva about 6 months ago, right? Eve, about 6 months ago. And all of the videos, and or not all the videos, but all of the stuff that you see, and especially the flyer you saw today, is what we made in Canva. And we heard a bunch of people asking us what you guys want to learn, and we put it together tonight in a short little 45-minute quick clip. We're happy to expand on it later in the future, but we're just going to kind of give you a quick gist to help everybody move through Canva a lot faster. So we are going to recreate the flyer that Eve did for us. Now, Eve does all of our flyers, and Eve is going to walk us through a flyer. Now, I'm going to do a split screen for you. I'm going to do a blank canvas from what you guys, anybody who wants to follow along, is going to do. And then I'm going to show you what she's been doing step by step within our account. We have a pro account. The pro account does a lot more than the free account. However, the video that you guys saw with those, bullet point or the senior living options was all done free. So just let you know that there's certain things you can do and there's certain things you can't, but we're going to kind of give you the whole gist of it. Eve,
yeah,
let's
so
take it.
We didn't
Let's go.
really poll everybody to see what their level of Canva knowledge is.
Oh, correct.
I kind of assume that there's a little bit of knowledge at least, but if there's anybody who wants, if you want to type in, it's like, beginner, medium, and skilled, then, I'm just going to like use terminology that I think people might be familiar with. I know what it is. Okay, at least you know what it is. Medium. Okay. Well, so hopefully I won't be too slow or too fast. Beginner, trying to create a logo. Okay. Yeah, there's something below beginner. Oh, that's great. Okay, well, this is fun. This is a fun way to start. Okay, so let's create a design. Let's start with the sample animated flyer Canva that's in our design. So but if anybody wants to create it, let's start with that. Heather, you can just open that, and then we'll go.
Okay, so create a design.
We'll go back to your split screen and we'll start for them to create a design.
Okay. So you said sample animated flyer Canva.
So that's the one the file that became the flyer that was the invitation for everybody. And so if you can do that half and half with a blank design.
Okay.
So basically,
so I'm going to split the screen, and before we start, we got to tell people about a blank page basic, because we're going to start from a blank page, correct? And let's start with blank pages and what they could do. Right.
So you go to you're going to create a design, which is that nice, friendly purple.
I got to put this away.
And most people are posting on social media. Would that be sort of a general assumption that they want to get flyers to alert people about who they are, houses for sale, houses sold, other fun stuff coming up? So if that's the case, then what I like to do for a format and a size, because there's a billion sizes and things you can do, is I choose animated social media, because that's an Instagram size, which is very transferable to Facebook, and also transferable to TikTok. The bottom half will be blank, but on TikTok, you can't read that anyway. So if you don't want to go through a hassle of trying to figure out how to resize and reformat all your stuff for new canvases size, then you can just use this square to get started. So when we got
Okay,
started,
now I'm gonna put us side by side so we could recreate what's going on over here.
so what we did, we
I'm
started with
gonna-
create a design, we opened animated social
Mhm.
media, and you see the control panel, which is the vertical black bar on the left, which is
Mhm.
your control elements, uploads, photos, text, audio, background, emoji, Giphy, blah, blah, blah. So
She's talking about this
black vertical
right
bar.
here. Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to start with the background, we can start with the background. If you want to talk about elements, we can talk about elements. We can start with the text. We can maybe let's start with the background. That light background that I had, I put on first. And so if you look, if you type in, if you go into elements, its accesses everything basically, except for some templates. If you start with elephants, that's funny. And you want to type in a background, and you want it maybe to be just a gradient background or a light background, or a pink background or a bubbles background or a rainbow. I mean, you can just whatever you want, and you can scroll, scroll, scroll until your scrolling finger is exhausted, and choose anything. And even if it's dark, we're going to show you a way, because this is part of one of the suggestions was, how do you adjust backgrounds? And so it's a pretty easy feature, because that's really dark. So if you want to make it transparent, I think you have to maximize your thing.
Okay.
So you see that little checkerboard on the right on the white bar, that thing, that's a transparency toggle. So you can make that really much lighter if you want to. So if you put text on top of it, you can read it no matter what you start with. So is this making sense? Okay, no, it's not. Brenda Lawson, Washington. Why is it not making sense? What can we do?
Maybe because I'm using my phone, Canva on my
Oh,
phone.
Yeah,
it's
you're gonna
do
very
it from a
different.
desktop.
Okay.
You're gonna
you
do
can
it
still
from a
do it.
desktop.
You can still do it, but things are gonna look differently like that. That there's a purple circle with a plus sign that accesses all the stuff you want to add, which is different than our black vertical bar. So yeah. So that's okay, but hopefully.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to, let's say this. So let's just take this specific gradient background you did. Do you
Okay.
recall what this was?
No, it doesn't. I put in light background or something. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's light, you can even, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just make it light, and then we're going to put some text on top. And so if you're on mobile, that's that purple circle plus, and then you can scroll this way to find text, T for text. And that's a really light background, isn't it? Well, that's fine. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. The background doesn't even matter really, because you're going to put clouds and
I'm
stuff.
just trying.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Moving on.
Okay. I was just trying to find a free
doesn't matter.
version for people.
Okay. So then she's going to go back up to the checkerboard transparency and make it light. Oh, that's a video. You don't want that.
Okay.
Won't be-
Sorry.
See, a photo you can make transparent, a video you can make transparent, but you don't want that video going in the background when you're going to put another video. It's probably going to be too confusing. So,
Okay.
so to go to text, after you've done that, you'll see the T for text, and they'll give you different sizes of text that you can use, maximize or.
Okay. And you said gradient, correct?
No, that's fine. Just make it transparent. Yeah. And now go to your T for text on the left bar, and then type in whatever you want. Type in your name, type in your house, type in your call to action, type in whatever. Type in our company name. Yay.
Okay.
Okay, so the next thing that we did, so we've got text. We can talk about animating that text, which is kind of fun.
Okay.
animate
Let's
text.
animate it.
You click on that animate little circle.
But I have a question. Do you
Yes.
see where that purple thing is?
Oh yeah.
What is that purple thing?
That's a nice thing that tells you you're nice and centered. So if you see the purple vertical line, that means you're centered. And then this means that's your frame. That's like they're advising you that that's a nice even frame. Yeah. So that's cool.
Okay. Okay. So what if I wanted to animate this text?
You can turn it into like a typewriter. Click on animate up there and so you can see all your options. You see those? Yeah. So I like the typewriter text. because it just comes on as you're reading it. If you want to, if you're putting up bullet points and interesting facts, it's a nice thing as a video goes by to see those things as a typewriter. There's other things like there's other things you can have a good time with that, but that's how you animate your text. You can give it effects as well. If you type on effects, if you hit effects next to typewriter, then you can give it a shadow, which kind of makes it pop. And you can make, customize.
Well, we're gonna do, let's follow your flyer that you did
Okay,
so
let's
we
get-
can get to what we need to do.
Okay,
So
so what we're
let's just say we did Senior Network Presents Canva. Let's
Mhm.
put in a logo. How do we put on somebody's logo?
Well,
Oh.
to put in somebody else's logo is very easy. Or to
Heather, let-
upload your
Heather,
own logo.
let Eve take control.
Oh, I am.
Okay, Eve.
It's
No, you
easier,
gotta put,
it's easier when one person's doing it versus one talking,
Eve,
one trying to do it.
you gotta have to take control of you have to make her, you've
Oh,
got to
you want
make
me to-
her share the screen.
Anybody
You
can
have to
take
share the
control at
screen.
this point. It's shared.
Yeah. Eve,
Okay.
take control of the screen. You're on the screen. Go for it.
But I'm not signed on to my Canva yet, but okay,
You're on it.
I am.
Yeah, you should be. Are you on Canva? And you should share a screen. There
Okay.
you go. Are you on?
Yeah, can you see me? No, you can't see me. It's not sharing.
Mm-mm.
Okay, was it?
Okay, this is different. Do you see my screen? Now you got to put your screen up. Press this button here.
So I'm thinking that I am sharing my screen and you're not seeing it. So maybe Heather, you can go back to doing what we're doing because
You're not able to share it.
If I
Okay,
may, at the
I
top,
need
it says view options, and it gives you the choice to choose which screen you want to view.
Okay. Where are we?
You should be able to do it now, Eve.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
All
Take
right.
over.
All right, so here we are, customized aging. So the next layer that we had put on here was a house. We had, so you can look on your elements for houses. And this is something that we're gonna be removing the background on, which is a pro feature. But I'm also gonna show you a workaround after I do it, and I'm just gonna choose any old house. So you can just insert the photo, and over here in uploads, if you have your own photos, you can see you can upload media from your computer, and then you can drop in your own photos. So this is a pro feature where you can take away the background, and it's so cool that I just want to show you, and because I like to use it, and I think it might be worth it. So if you click edit image up here, if the pro version gives you the background remover, and it does all the work for you, it's sort of like Adobe Photoshop without Photoshop. Is this making sense? Pretty much, okay. So, cool. The background is gone. Very cool. And once you remove the background, right after you remove the background, you have the option also to erase anything else you don't like. So if I don't like those trees, I can go away trees. And then I can say I'm done. Or if I change my mind before I say I'm done, I can hit restore over here and I can put the tree back. So, you can put whatever you want in there and then you can click done. And now we have the house with a couple of trees. And now in the flyer that I made for this meeting, I put my nice rolling clouds over the house. And those I also found in elements because everything's in elements. And I went to videos and I just typed in clouds. And I can type in rolling clouds, I can type thunder clouds, I can type raining clouds, I can type, look, purple clouds, that would probably come up. And you see how so many of them are pro. In the video section especially, you'll find a lot of stuff that they would rather have you buy. And I'm trying to find a free one, but in the interest of time, let's not worry about it. Oh, this is free, okay. And there it is. So now I want to move it up into the sky area. Is this making sense? I hope so. I just clicked it and it went right in. And now I want to put it behind the house. So I have to position. And so you click position and you send it backward, backward, backward until it goes behind the house. And it's a nice size, but the house needs to be bigger. So we make the house bigger. And that looks great. And then if you just play the video, you can do the typewriter, you see that the clouds are going by, it's beautiful, right? So what else, Heather, chime in, what else do we want to see here? Do we want to see a person? Do we want to see?
Well, we want to
Logo.
see a logo
wanna
because
see a
we got to
logo.
get a logo going in there.
So the thing is, if you can upload your own logo, Canva does have, and I've only used this very, very minimally because I wasn't that impressed, but they have logos down here. And oh, you can upload your own. I thought they had a logo maker. I guess it's mostly upload your own. You know what? I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to this. If they make a logo.
No, let's put a Facebook logo in there or
Oh,
like
that
the
kind of
Canva
logo.
logo.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just put any type of logo that you would,
Oh,
that
so
you
that's
could or
elements
would.
again. That's elements
Just
again.
drop a logo in.
Logo.
In fact, I
Okay.
have a better idea. Let's drop a logo with a link to whatever it is. Can
Okay,
you
sure.
do that for us?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, so here's a Facebook logo. It's free. Of course, I don't really like that white around it. So here's the, obviously it's everything's croppable. It's wonderful. Everything's croppable. So we crop the white out because I didn't like the white out. And you can even crop the video itself, the frame of the video. So if you don't want to see that cloud, you can crop that and you won't even see that cloud. Is that cool? Okay, so this Facebook logo could be your logo, and you can make it into a link by going up to this little chain link in the upper right corner, link, and enter a link, and we'll put in customized aging. .com. Okay, yeah. Now, the way to save this, you would have to save this as a website in order for that link to work, or you would have to save this as a PDF in order for the link to work. If this was just saved as a video and you played it for somebody or they played it, the link wouldn't work. Does that make sense? The link only works if it's a PDF. It's not going to be a hyperlink on a video.
So what you're saying is if we're making a video
Right.
on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, you can't drop a link in to be able to click.
Right. When we get to the digital business card, which we could get to in a few minutes,
We will.
then
Okay.
we'll be able to make a hyperlink that you can click on a website and goes through. So
Perfect.
here we have so far. So let me look on my list of what we've covered so far in this. We've covered the size of the canvas. We've covered animated. We haven't covered frames. So let's cover.
Well, here's the thing. You haven't covered how to link Facebook page, Customize Aging, to this exact video.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that we need to do that on a photo or if you save
Got
it
it.
as a PDF.
Okay.
Let's save it as a PDF.
Okay.
So let's make sure that link is on there. Okay, there it is. Okay. So if we download it as a PDF, download. Hopefully it downloads quickly into my computer. Downloading. I'm opening the PDF and I'm scrolling. Hold on. Let's see.
So Rajni was asking,
There we go.
where do we get the PDF? And so I believe
There it
that's
is.
Rajni. What is that you're saying? Correct? Oh, where can we get the link? She's going to show you how to get the link right now or how to attach a link to this.
So I'll just do it over one more time. So I moved in a logo, any logo, or you can link text, or you can link anything on the page. But if you want to link the logo, you select the logo, you go up to this little chain, if you can see on the upper right, where it says link, and you just type in whatever link you want. This time I can just type in Facebook and hit enter, and it's in there. But like I said, as a video, it's not going to be a hyperlink, but if you save it, if you download it as a PDF, it will retain the hyperlink. So up here on the download, it's just a format that will save your hyperlink for you. You can go to file type and you can choose PDF. You can choose the high quality. Yes.
Can it be posted to LinkedIn?
I'd like to say yes, but I'm not sure if the hyperlink is going to work. Every time I post something, I'm not sure if the hyperlink is going to work. I haven't tried to post a PDF on LinkedIn. Tell you the truth, I haven't tried it.
What do you post on LinkedIn?
I personally haven't posted that much. Most people post links to articles. I would think that if you save this as a website and posted it as a video or a website link on your LinkedIn, yes. No, it wouldn't be, the hyperlink wouldn't work. You would just go to a website. So I'd have to test that out. So when I was looking into newsletters and trying to figure out how to make hyperlinks work in your newsletters, this is what I found, that if you save something as a PDF, the hyperlink works. But if you want to send a newsletter in your email, and the photo that you want to put in your email of your fantastic newsletter, the hyperlink will only work with one hyperlink. A PDF can handle many hyperlinks. I think I'm confusing people. I think we should move
You
on.
know what? Yes, but let's move on to to the next phase of the flyer. So can you go and show them the various steps of that flyer that we did, or that you did, showing that there was a house? We now have moving clouds.
Mhm.
We can link perhaps an address or whatever it is to that.
Well, I'm going to be
Correct?
doing the linking on the digital business card. This one I'm just saying.
Yes, no, I'm just showing. So as you can see, the way she progressed through that entire thing was step by step. She put the clouds in, she put the house in. So if you see, show them the first frame. The first frame that she started to work on was this frame. The second frame,
Put the
she
house
put in the
in.
house.
And I found
then
the
the-
Canva logo just by typing in
Yes.
Canva. I did the
There's-
Seniors Network Presents just by typing in text and doing that. And
Mhm.
another thing about the text is you want to explore this bar up here because it can do a lot of text manipulation. Like if you think those lines are too close to each other, you can make them further away or bring them in closer or whatever you want to do. And you can make bullet points and you can change the alignment and all that fun stuff. And so then I took the background out of this with my magic background remover. And then
Which we did.
put in
We
more
showed
text
the
on there.
magic background remover.
And then there's the magic background. And then I made this text and I made it with bullet points just by clicking on the T for text and typing it in and all that stuff. And then I got to the end where I had this cute couple come in. And this is animating your photo. This has the background remover because I just typed into elements. I probably typed in elderly couple having fun or elderly couple dancing. And I just got a photo. And you can see if you don't have a background remover and you don't want a photo, there's plenty of things. Oops, that's in Pro. There are things that are free that don't have a background, but for now, of course, they're elusive. Free. Anyway, so you can animate these things by going into edit image. This is the animate key that I've animated them tumble. If they weren't animated.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Eve,
Time
I
to
know
move on.
people want business cards and their business cards, and I know we want to do QR codes.
Yes.
So let's talk about if you could show us on the screen all of the designs that you can actually make in Canva, because a lot of people don't realize how many different types of designs could be made in Canva. I know Eve made Christmas cards or Christmas tags for people. There's things that you could do for, I know holidays are coming up for clients. This is a great area to be able to do stuff for marketing for your clients. But one of the things that we're going to show you that I know came up on a number of chats was a business card, correct?
Let's get through, because if we do this, it might not take that long. If I can.
Yeah, I figure if we can pack as much as we can in, and then we can answer questions, that would be great.
So what I do, what I'm doing is typing into the general search bar digital business card, because if you just type in regular business cards, you don't get some fun mobile shapes that you might want to choose. If you're showing people your business card on your phone, you can see these, these are fun shapes. But right now let's start standard so we can just be familiar. So you can change anything you want on this.
And by the way, that was a free business card, digital business card that she just pulled up. So anybody can do this for free.
Right.
Show them how to do it for free.
Okay. So you can see how you can just change everything. And so here's where the hyperlink's going to work. So this is a few step process, but let's just go through it. I have my notes because it's like 15 little steps, but it's not going to be that bad. So the first thing we want to do when you've got everything looking great and all that fun stuff, you probably want to hyperlink to your website. So why is this thing doing that? Okay. So you click and drag and go back to your 3 black dots and find your link icon again. This is your friendly link icon, and you can type in your friendly website, whatever you want. So now it's in there. So now
Can we fit in a QR code on this?
this is coming. Stay tuned. So the first thing you do is you're going to save this as a website. And this is going to create the website that belongs to your digital business card. This is a website that you can go to, anybody can go to and see your digital business card. That's the first thing you do. And you go to your 3 black dots to save it as a website. Now, I've been doing this, so it appears up here first, but you probably need to scroll down to give the option of save as a website. But this is what it's going to look like. So when you save it as a website, it gives you a URL, a unique locator, web address, what we all love. That's it. So copy and paste your new URL for your digital marketing card. Okay.
Can you copy and paste that over in your notes so we can do that?
So I have copied and pasted. This is the Zoom link for today, but go ahead and save your unique URL just in case Canva doesn't give it back to you for some reason, and you say, what the hell was it? Or I don't have it in my my clipboard anymore. So save it on something you can come back to if you need it. Otherwise, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to create your QR code by going to your control panel, and there's a option for QR code, and then you just paste, and it.
What are we pasting in there?
What you just copied from your URL over here. What it gave you.
Just making sure.
You saved it as a website. It generated the code. You copied the code. You went back to your dashboard in your QR code controller, and you pasted it into that box. And you say, generate code. Oh, I did it already. Okay, I don't need to. Okay. So there it is. Wow, that's great. Let's put it somewhere fun, and let's make it big enough for our phones to read it. I don't know how big it has to be, but I'm going to make it super big. And then now this is where you're going to save this digital business card, not as a website, but as a photo that you can save on your personal phone that you can then call up on your phone and show to people, and they can take a picture of. So now you're going to save it as a photo to your phone. And when you save it as a photo, you're going to save it in the downloader, the arrow going down, and save it as a high quality image, which is a PNG. So you've saved it as a website, and now you're saving it as a photo to your phone so you can share it. So There we go, downloading. PNG digital business marketing card is downloading. And it's going to our downloads. And since it's 2 pages, it saved it as 2 files, but we don't need both of them. We just need one. So we open it up and we have it. So you can save this to your cloud and then put it on your device, save it wherever you want, because you're going to need it on your phone. And when you put it on your phone, put it in a nice folder that you can find. So when someone says you have a business card, you go, oh, it's right here in my business card folder, and you can show it to them. So I have my phone, but you can't, you can't see. If anybody wants to try this out, hold your phone up to the QR code and see what happens. What happens?
It worked nicely.
It did?
Yep.
Now, also, if you
It
want,
worked great for me too.
so super duper. So when somebody goes to this this website here with their phone, on their phone, because I'm on my computer, they should be able to tap that hyperlink. And it should be able to go to the other thing that you've hyperlinked. That's where your hyperlink works. Does it work? It works. Okay. How's everybody feel about that? I can't read the chat because I've been doing this. It works.
So you have a question. Is it best to have them take a picture of your digital card, or is it good to text it to them?
Well, I guess either one would work. I think if you texted it to them, then they're sure to have it. Yeah. But if you show them the phone and they do the QR code, they see it as a website, but then it's up to them to save it to their phone. So maybe both. I mean,
Either
I
one
don't,
works.
what? Yeah. But it should be fun. I mean, you know, people under 30 seem to do it every day. So.
Next question is it possible to add the social media links on the back of the card and create a QR code?
I would think you could create a QR code for whatever you wanted. Yeah, because let's go to page 2. Need a QR code for.
You could design the backside of it to go to social media, specifically link it to Linktree, because Linktree would have your website, your
Well, let's see,
YouTube,
because
Facebook.
Yeah, because look
You
at the
could do it that
website.
way.
The website automatically has makes it 2 pages. So the first page has this on it, and if you put something on the second page and someone clicked the second page, it would go there too. Do you want to try it, or do we have to move on?
I was going to do a newsletter really fast because I know we can kind
Okay.
of quickly jumble that really fast in a 5-minute quick thing.
Okay.
And then, okay, more on how to do links, the link tree on another day for sure. I agree. We're going to do links to Linktree on a different day, but go ahead and show us how to do a newsletter. And by the way, Canva has amazing stuff. We choose to kind of design our own. I think when you like to be outside of the box and you like to have certain things, it's nice when Eve or myself can think outside of the box. One of the things that Eve and I were looking at are not just newsletters, but when people put their listings out there, people, when you're putting it on social media, I see the same type of digital media for most of the listings that are out there. And I think if you could set yourself a different than the rest by using something in Canva to put out on social media, whether it be through Instagram, TikTok, because Canva does it through all those platforms. But you can set your clients' properties aside from what all the other agents are marketing their clients' properties at. So it's nice to be able to, you know, have a wide range of stuff to be able to do on Canva. One of the things is newsletters. We're going to do it really fast. It's so easy. You already know how to hyperlink. You already know how to link websites to certain things. We're going to do a quick little tutorial on how she did it. It's great. Go for it.
Well, this one, I'm showing you, it's really, it's in progress, and it's just got a few blocks on it. And I'm trying to follow a general idea of just 4 or 5 blocks on a page. Some newsletters are 2 pages. I just use a random template to start this, and then I just started working and made it very, very different. For some reason, I started with this as a template, which is like a fashion magazine, which is not exactly aging, but it looked simple and it had 2 columns. I thought, oh, I'll try with 2 columns, but then I had more to say, and so I changed it all, and I put all this stuff in there. It's very, very different. But the blocks are very simple. You know, it'll give you the template. When it gives you the template, you say, oh, that's where a photo could go. And so you go to your uploads, and if you have a nice photo that you want, you can put in your photo because you want that. That's, you know, it just goes right in there. So, but this one, you know, when we talk about newsletters, just about the structure of a newsletter, 4 or 5 blocks, we've been doing some research and help, and our friend Sheila Cahoon, who used to be here helping us, talked about having something national and general at the top that everyone can relate to. And if you're in real estate, you might want to put something about what the home ownership rates are in your community, in the national home ownership, and some wonderful visuals and statistics that people could, you know, just an evergreen kind of thing, something from ARP, you know, or the US Census, or the National Council on Aging, or National Association of Realtors, goes on and on. So something general. And, you know, if you don't want to start from scratch writing an article, which is, you know, can take some time, you know, as long as you credit where you're getting it from, you can do major lifting of quotes. Just, you know, don't take it as your own work. So when we're looking at newsletters, I inserted a video here, which will play if I save this as a website and I send that link to someone as the newsletter. When they open the website, the video will play. You hear that? People hear that? Now I've hyperlinked this here also. I hyperlinked this to a YouTube video on a YouTube page that we have. See, there it is. Or maybe it's a Canva thing. Anyway, and I linked this to the actual resource that where I found it. And I don't know why it doesn't come up, but it's there. And here's, okay, so the general one goes at the top, and name your newsletter something. I think this might be offensive, senior moments. So that's why it's just for show. Yeah, the top article, second block, you don't have to change everything every month or every week in your newsletter. The second block could be something that you find, you know, over here. This just could be something that you find in your location where you're specializing, and you put, you know, what's your home worth in your neighborhood, and some other statistics. Heather, you know, you could elaborate on that. And then something else that they can relate to that might be a little more local over here in this article. It could be something like you know, the favorite restaurant in your community, or where to find senior resources in your community, or things like that. And leave a space for you, leave a space for your logo and what you have to offer, and maybe something that you're giving away, or sign up for my mailing listing and get this free coupon to such and such. So that's the basic first page.
So one of the things I'm going to say about the senior demographics is they love free, and they love numbers and statistics. Knowing that, you got to tap into it. We also know that the senior market takes a little bit longer to trust and to connect with. And that 3 little taps of connection doesn't necessarily work in the senior market. You need to be constant. You need to be giving them information, valuable information. Given that they own most of the home ownership, if you look statistically, they have the home ownership wealth in the country. How do you gain their trust? They don't trust easily, and they don't want to leave their house. None of us do. We're part of it, right?
Some of them can't leave their house, but I think that bringing them, you know, this kind of information on a steady basis. I mean, and also if, you know, there are ways to sending it as a photo might be more comfortable for them. You might not need all those crazy hyperlinks for them. You know, just send a nice photo with a few details and something kind of homey. But obviously don't talk down to them. Anyway, I didn't talk at all. We're at 4:45. I didn't talk at all about the way to download this and what different formats allow you to do or don't do. Is that something, because this is not MailChimp, this is Canva. MailChimp is kind of made for email marketing. And you can put multiple hyperlinks in one newsletter from something like MailChimp or Constant Contact or something like that. This one is a little more funky. If you save it a certain way, you can put one hyperlink. But
I think that becomes a whole big thing because everybody in different brokerages or whatever, we all have different CRMs, so we can email through certain things. And I think that just becomes a whole different conversation. However, I'd love to talk about, I'd love to hear
Yes,
if anybody
please.
has
What
questions.
has,
Or if there's something they want to know that we can talk about right now while we're here. We did QR codes, we did links, we did really cool designs coming in and out, we did videos, we did how to do it. I can tell you that we've done stuff both for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Why don't you show them some of the flyers that we've done and just kind of point out kind of the way that we've done it? The Canva fun using layers.
well, that was when we
Because
kind of just
that-
did. That was when we kind of did. That's kind of silly because I put my dog in there and things like that. I was just having fun. But here's one that I did primarily, I think I did in Canva. It was about the sundowning for seniors because as they get the end of the day, sometimes they lose cognitive ability. And this, I used that typewriter animation, and I just got a video and I put music on it. I didn't talk about adding music. And so the routine light naps and melatonin is all static. And the other, so that's its own block of text. And then a separate block of text I made animate into a typewriter font. And that's all. And you know, people, and then this one, this little clock at the top is just an element.
So for instance, just out of curiosity, this specific flyer, Laura asked, she wants to know, how do you share something like a flyer like this or template with another user? And then Jessica kind of piggyback. Well, we'll talk about Jessica's because she's talking about making a video of yourself and remove the background. You can't remove a background in video on Canva. You can, but that's something different. So not Canva.
Well, I don't know if you can do the green screen on Canva. I've never done a green screen video on Canva. They have green screen on there somewhere in Elements, like, but I'm not, I don't know. That's a good, are we gonna write all this?
No. We'll deal with that now because I know we can't do that right now, but let's talk about sharing a flyer like this and a template with another user.
With another Canva user? With another?
Laura, do you want to pipe in and ask your question? It's better if you guys ask your own questions. It would be great.
I mean, if I'm just looking at share, if I click share, it says I can share this with whomever I want. I can copy the link. What do you, is that the question?
I'm waiting for Laura to hopefully chime in because I'm not quite sure what she was asking. Oh, here.
So sometimes, hi there.
Hi.
Sometimes we will get a template from a title company, like a newsletter or something like that, and they will share it with their agents. So on Canva, so that we can go in and so go ahead and revise it.
I think that Canva does allow you to have a team. Like, you know, we have set that up, but we don't use it because we just share the same password. But they do allow you to have a team. I'm not quite sure the first, second, and third steps to doing that. But you see how there's switch to another team. Eve Hill's team. Switch to another team. Yeah, I would have to look up those steps. Create a team. Look, create a team on the left. Tell us about your team. So you name the team. Teams. Oh, we need to pay? Teams of up to 5 people. Well, then I guess we don't want to do that. It's expensive. So I'll have to look into this because that doesn't seem right. It seems like you should be able to share it with other people, but they may limit it because it, you know, they want your money. So if we could, do we save the text of these chats? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I get back to people because I think there is a lot of other stuff. I
So
think-
Eve, go ahead. I know we have a few more minutes, but go ahead and scroll down and show them some of the other things that we were able to do. Is there a TikTok video that we did in Canva that we were able to do? Or show them maybe Sean Cochran's TikTok video thing that we did.
That was kind of like the thing that I made.
This
for
was
the
a lot of
class.
fun. Right. With music. Now that's all on a flyer.
So-
What other, like I said, there's so many different
And you can see that
template or
every
styles.
page, if you want to do something like that, it's really fun to watch where things just appear like that. I've gotten to the habit now where I start at the end, like I load all it up on my page and I work backwards. So I load it all up on my page and then I copy that page, I duplicate that exact page 5 or 6 times. And then when I go backwards, I'll just erase one from each thing. So does that make sense?
Is there anything that you've done that you've been able to put from Canva to TikTok or Instagram or Facebook
Well, all of
that
these,
you've made? Why don't you show them a video that you've been able to work on Canva in, or not a video, but something that you've done Canva in other than this?
other than this, something else, just something else, huh?
Yeah, just something different.
Yeah, well, let's see what's different. Oh, well, this is kind of the same. This is something that went on Instagram and TikTok. This was about fitness for the older adults.
Yeah, that would be me.
What? Yeah, and that's all Canva, because you can just go into elements and you can look up, old people exercising. And you know what's really cool? So okay, so this will be cool. Is if you want, you can do lots of different videos together and put them on the same screen and they'll play together. And you could, all kinds of exercise are fun. And they all work together. Oh, this guy's just a photo? Okay. So, I think that's pretty cool. Because I did a video where I put 4 exercise things together. Are there other questions, specific questions coming in?
Anybody? Chime in. We've got about another 5 minutes to go before we're finished here.
Have I not answered something that's
Nope. So
Um,
Jessica said, I think I heard you can only share if you are a pro. Anyone could use it, but only share it as a pro.
well, we have Pro, so
I think if
Well, I
you
have to-
save it as a template, then you share your new template.
oh, how cool. See, you taught me something.
So-
Save as template. Does anyone want to know?
Are you resizing social posts to use it on TikToks?
You
Oh,
can.
this is interesting
You can.
because even I have to play around with the
So let's-
sizing.
Let's just see what happens, because I don't usually do that. Like I said, I usually just put this right. I slap it right onto TikTok because the bottom is covered with all their hashtags and messages anyway, so you can't see anything.
Why don't you go over into TikTok and
If
show
I
them what it
click
looks
this-
like?
If I click resize, I'm going to see what happens to this. Let's see how good it is. If I want to make it into a TikTok video, there it is, right? So let's see what happens. So see, okay, so it does exactly the same thing as if I just put it in TikTok. You can do all this and you can change things around and you can fill the screen, but it doesn't do it for you. It just puts what you already made onto that larger canvas.
So will you
just
go
group
over?
this.
Will you go over and show them what it actually looks like? We're seeing it here, but what does it actually transpire to on the digital side of one of those social media posts?
You want
So
to
like
see,
if we're, Yeah, let's see what she looks like in actual TikTok. We're looking at her from Canva side of it.
Oh, you
But
want me to
does
get our,
what?
call up
Yeah,
our
what?
TikTok account?
Yeah, when you look at Canva and you're looking at it, and then you upload it into TikTok. By the way, you cannot upload anything from this from your desktop onto TikTok, Instagram, correct?
You can't
What
what?
are the?
You
Remember
can. You can upload this stuff directly. But I want to
Directly
own,
to TikTok?
I want control over it. I want it on my computer. I don't want to just send it over there. I want to save it to me first. So, so the hula hoop woman is right here. She only got 14 views. Come on, people. Now I put different music on this because it's TikTok and you can put whatever you want. Right, so you didn't, I don't know that you really got to see that on a TikTok canvas, did you? Did you? Did it work? Okay. So that thing where the people are exercising at the end, does anyone want to see this? The 4 people on the screen exercising at the end? Is that interesting? Okay. So you see this right there. See? So I put all those, and then you can put text on the top, and if you take the time to reformat it and move stuff around before you save it and put it up on TikTok, then you can format it however you like.
Okay, anybody else have any questions? We're down to about 2 minutes and just want to check in with everybody and thank everybody for coming this evening. But are there any other questions that Eve or Heather can answer?
I
The
can
last
say-
quick,
yeah.
sorry, go on.
I can say that if someone is interested, I do know one way to do a green screen, but that has to do with Zoom. I can do a green screen by doing Zoom and TikTok, but that's the only green screen I know. I don't know how to do green screen on Canva. Okay, go ahead.
The last thing I was going to say is when you upload those videos onto TikTok and you're able to pick any music you want from the TikTok library to put with that video. So if you make a video of a home that you are selling and you're marketing to certain demographics, think about the music that you're playing to, that you're trying to market to. Don't put some kind of rap video if it's a 1-story home with no entry and you know that it's a great 55+ community. Put something that would be really cool and exciting that they would want to listen to and animate it. And when you go from Canva into one of the social media sites, pick some of their music because Canva does not have great music.
Oh, well,
Really?
I think the music that I found for this flyer that invited people, I thought was pretty cool. And I found it on Canva. And I don't usually use Canva for music. Usually I use the Facebook sound collection. So I'm okay with Canva for a little bit.
Well, really fast while we're at it, Dreama asked, how do you add the music?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty easy. So go to any of your, here, let's go to our friend here. So if we want to add music to her, we go to audio, and you can upload your own audio too, if you own it or whatever. And whatever you want to search for, whatever kind of audio you're looking for, you want something happy, right? Upbeat for her. So just start playing it and see what you like. Can you hear it? So those are pros. These are pros. So and you drag it in. So you just click it and drag it in. And then you can play it. And you can, and if you like a certain part better than another part, you can click and drag this to edit the audio and move it over. So it starts at a different point. And I'm pretty sure you can add multiple tracks. And I think that if you have sound effects, you can download sound effects off the internet, upload them into Canva in your uploads, audio. What do I have? What do I have? I have a cheer. So let's see. They're yelling. Okay, so that's great. So that's good. Is that a nice place to end it, on a cheer?
Yes. Thank you so much, Eve.
Thank you.
Eve, I appreciate everything that you're doing. I want to thank everybody for coming and joining us. Donald, go ahead and pop on the screen. Debbie Gentry, Laura, myself, who run the Seniors Network Board. Love having you guys here. We appreciate you coming. This is recorded, so if you missed any of it, you'll be able to see it on Facebook or Workplace. Eve, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank
If you guys ever need anything, you can contact Eve. She'll pop in her email address.
Oh, I'll put in my
she-
email address. Oh, well, I'll put
she
customized
is-
pages for us.
Yes, go for it. She's available to help out. She does do flyers, so you can go ahead and talk to her about them. We look forward to seeing you next Tuesday evening, same time, same place.
Canva 2.0. Haha.
Thanks, Jill.
Yeah, I'll catch my breath and then we'll do that. Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Eve.
Guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.